Hi, welcome back to Pine Ridge Cottage. It's Annette Alamode. It has been just a little minute since I have uploaded a video. I just haven't really been into making videos lately, but it's time to get back to it because I miss it. And part of why I stopped was because I was in the process of moving. I have some land, I have 5 acres I'm gonna build a house on, but in the meantime, until I actually build that house, I'm in a rental house. So now it's time to get back to making videos. So it's just before July 4th holiday. It's July 3rd. And I am gonna make just what we have in the refrigerator. Neither one of us are back to work yet. So this, I guess you could call it a frugal video. It is just use what we have video. There's no going out and shopping. This is what's in the fridge currently. So we had purchased, I think in here is hamburger and cube steak. So I'm gonna at least make something out of the cube steak today. Maybe tomorrow I will make something out of the hamburger, the ground beef. But so for today, we have cube steak from an IGA. I don't know if you are familiar with IGA, if you have one in your town, but I haven't shopped at IGA since I was a child, basically. And so that is what I have done. So let's start with the cube steak and let's find a good recipe online, and we are gonna make that today. I have some corn that I bought as well, and under there I have a 5-pound bag of potatoes. So I'm gonna make probably mashed potatoes. It'll be easy. So the last house that I had a very large pantry, plus we also had a bedroom that we use as a pantry. So right now, this is all that I have for pantry, which is just kitchen cabinets. And yes, I am aware I need to get up in there and organize it, which is, a project for another day, just because we have been moving for over a week trying to get the house put together. I guess now is as good a time as any to just kind of give you a little bit of a tour. So it is a very old house in our hometown, a small town, USA, and it's well over 100 years old. So it's kind of quirky and nice, and all of my granny accessories and decor, everything went nicely in here. So this is the kitchen. It's a very big kitchen, especially coming from what I used to have. And this is just kind of what I've done with it so far. I like that I still have the counter space above to put things. That would be nice. So I went out and bought just a little round table. I thought about putting like a pantry shelf in here, like a cabinet. And I thought about putting an island in here, like in that space. But I'm happy that I went with a little table because I sit there every morning and drink my coffee. I do word searches, I read books, I play solitaire. So I'm happy with that. All right, so this is the kitchen. It does have this little half door here. I don't know what it's called, a Swedish door maybe? It's cute, I like it. It's especially helpful for the dog or for little children when you want to keep them somewhere or keep them out of somewhere. Yes, we still have a phone. Okay, so here's the dining room. This project still is redoing this table and these chairs. That was from the other house, and I haven't done it yet. My granddaughter put her little finger through here and made a hole. So what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna make a cover for like half of the chair, you know, half of the chair, even though that breaks my heart because I love the French style. I love the caning, but you know, whatever. That's a project also for another day, hopefully another video. I think everything is done in this room. I may put a nice potted plant over there on a pedestal. The desk, I still have things to do to the desk. I'm gonna replace the knobs with, I have a bunch of these. I'm gonna replace that. Let's see. And then over here is going to be where I put my china hutch. So I can, so yeah, a china hutch. I already have it picked out. The table part of it's gonna be one of my mother's tables. She used to put together puzzles on it. So it's out at the farm, I gotta go get it. And then I found the hutch part at a local thrift store and, well, a flea market really. And I'm gonna go back this weekend and pick it up. So this is where I'm gonna put some canned goods, I think. I'm gonna use this as my pantry, but right now it's housing some of my china until I get my china hutch. But I think once that is in here, I'm gonna make that my pantry. Just put some canned goods in there. All right. So the living room is around here. And you know, we live here, so it's not perfect. We got blankets and pillows everywhere, more blankets. We still have a lot to do to it, but this is the way it looks for now, and I'm okay with it. I am in the process of either finding at a flea market or building, possibly, a low profile bookshelf and a second one to put behind my chair there, use it for the books and also use it as extra, you know, table space. So if you have a drink or whatever. And I do have this old book that I plan on, oh no. I plan on using to build that bookshelf. So they have this window and I have to get a curtain and a curtain rod for above it. But for now, it's open. That's in a lot of light. They have this little built-in in the window. And so just a lot of our random stuff, glasses and just random stuff there. Okay, let's see. So another view. I wanted to buy new comfy chairs, 2 of them, to replace this one. This one was gonna go up to one of the bedrooms, and this is mine, and it was gonna go up to another bedroom, to my bedroom. I was gonna redo it, just the seat part, because I love, again, the caning. But, you know, I kind of like the way they look in here, and they're actually kind of comfortable to sit in. So I think, and they go with this old house. So I think they're gonna stay. This is something that I did a few years back, and it used to be in the kids' guest room at my other house, and yes, it just has the Pledge of Allegiance. And since it is right before the 4th of July holiday, it goes very well. All right. Let's see. I'm not going to do a tour of upstairs, except for my bedroom. So upstairs are 2 bedrooms and 1 full bathroom. That's some of my china that's going to go in the china hutch once I get it. This is the laundry room. It is pretty nice to have an actual laundry room. In the last house, I just had a stackable washer and dryer in the kitchen, and I like them. They were brand new, they were Samsung, they were nice. But yeah, it's nice to have an actual laundry room where you can put a dog cage and shoes and extra stuff. And there's a half bath back here. It's not much to look at. Just a little half bath. But it's nice to have it. So that's that. Okay, so off of the laundry room is the back door. Stained glass skunk on there. That's kind of whimsical. It's kind of a small backyard. It has a carport over there, a small yard here. It does have a little deck, a little porch. Has a shed and then another side yard, but it is kind of little. Our last backyard had room for a swing, a fire pit, a garden, a swimming pool, trees, all kinds of things. And it was a nice backyard, but this is okay for here because eventually we'll build on the 5 acres and that will be fine. All right, so coming back in from the laundry room is the dining room again. And, oops, sorry, I keep bumping you. That's the basement door. We're not going down there. It's just an old house with an old basement. It does have like a concrete basement. One of the last old houses I lived in had a dirt floor basement. So at least that's an upgrade. All right, so this is the door to the steps to the second floor. Alrighty, so we're gonna go into my room. It's the only room I'm gonna show you today. It's not done, but I don't mind you taking a peek. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a Gilmore Girls throw blanket on my chair. Yeah, love the girls. Stuff I've had for years and years. I didn't buy anything new. The only thing I did buy for this room so far is the small chest of drawers, and I got it at a flea market right there with the tiny TV on it. And it works perfectly for the space, and it goes with everything. There's my mother's vanity, the mirror. It's so old and fragile, but I love that I have it. And then everything else that came in here, I've either had it for over 15 years, or it's, or I made it, or I've collected it from, thrift stores. So that little lampshade I painted, and that little tower, that little DVD tower I painted and put some wallpaper in it. And it does have a very nice large walk-in closet. I haven't had such a nice closet in a while. It's not the biggest one I've ever had, but it's definitely bigger than the last one. And no, I have not folded everything yet. And I still have work to do in here. It's okay. Like I said, I don't mind you checking it out, but know that I haven't finished everything. We moved in on the hottest heat wave we've had. That's when we moved, and we have been working ever since to try to just get it livable. Don't judge that everything's not perfectly folded or put away yet. Please. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm not going to show you the master bath or the the other bedroom. So let's get started on dinner for today. Okay, so we are going to get some oil in this skillet. I think I'm going to start with a 1/4 cup of oil. And let's see. So I just have 1, 2, 3 cube steaks here. So I'm going to get some milk out. I'm going to use some plates, not pie plates, just regular plates. And I'm going to put about 1/2 cup of milk in this first plate. And I'm going to get the steaks in that. So we're going to do 1. 2. And I'm going to get down about a cup of flour. Just going to leave those there for now. Okay, so let's get the skillet heating up. And we have the steaks in the milk, just kind of hanging out there for a few minutes. Just flip them over. I have some flour here, just 1 cup. We're going to add some salt and some pepper. We are going to coat the steaks. Might add some more salt. Actually, I'm going to add the salt directly to the steaks. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to do the second one now. Okay, let's go ahead and stick this right in the skillet. It's not quite hot enough, but it's almost. And the final one. Let's give these a flip. Another 3 to 4 minutes on that, on the other side. Okay, let's take these out. Put them on a plate. I did 4 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the second side. I think that should be enough. I'm gonna make some gravy in that. We've got water heating up for the potatoes. Got those ready to go. Okay, I cut off one end of the corn and I removed the silks, and then I just went ahead and took a couple of the leaves and soaked them. I washed the corn and I soaked the leaves, and then I just put them back on, kind of like you would a paper towel, put them back in the microwave for about 5 minutes, and that was all I did with my corn today. Lid on that and let those 5 minutes in the microwave. Look, it smells really good. Okay, I'm going to make some gravy out of that. That's about a half a cup of oil, or a quarter cup. I'm going to add flour in it, so that's about a half a cup. Going to add roughly a teaspoon of salt. And about a teaspoon and a half of pepper. I love pepper in my gravy. And as you know, you cook the flour for a minute or two just to get the flour taste out of it before you add the milk. And I did leave the little tasty bits in the bottom. I am adding mushrooms to mine, just canned mushrooms. Okay, I'm going to add the mushrooms. I'm not even going to drain it. I'll use that extra liquid and I won't add as much milk. And then it'll taste more like mushrooms. That's a half a cup. Start with that. Another half. By the time I was finished adding milk, I was up to 2 cups. Next are the mashed potatoes, and I'm sure you know how to make them. I did a small batch, about 5 small potatoes, and then I just added enough milk, butter, salt, and pepper, so it was the way we like it. Did you ever put butter on your bread and do this to butter your corn? And then you've got bread to eat alongside your dinner. Pull the banana bread out of the freezer that I had made the other day. But it's so warm that I think it will defrost pretty quickly. And then you can have banana bread as dessert on the side. And here we go. Dinner is ready. In less than 30 minutes, I pulled together corn on the cob, country fried steak with gravy, mashed potatoes, and homemade banana bread for dessert. It's kind of a gray meal. Have some iced tea. Banana bread is brown bread. The gravy's brown. The steak is brown. The only color I have is the corn. Let's give it a taste test. All right, taste test. This is the best quality cube steak I've had in a while. The other ones I bought were not as nice as these. I have a lot of mushroom gravy left over, which is fine. I can make a casserole that calls for canned cream of something, and I can just use my gravy. We were both in agreement this was a pretty good dinner for a hot summer night. So this is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We took a little after dinner walk around the neighborhood, and I always enjoy seeing all these old houses. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me today. And if you did, go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.